crafty people, this is Ellen with EGI Designs and welcome to my channel. Today I am making an envelope for this recent card project. This is a 6x6 card and it is for a 16th birthday and it is a shaker card. So we're going to get started. Let me link over to the online calculator so I can explain to you how to use that.
Okay, so here is the online calculator, and you can get to this by scanning the QR code on your envelope punch-up board, or if you go to americancrafts.com under the envelope punch-up board page, way at the bottom there is the calculator there. So you're going to look here, and you can toggle this to inches or centimeters, and then this is a visual representation of what your envelope looks like while it is open and flat. Here you're going to see your paper size, start number, and liner size if you are going to be making a liner. I'm not doing a liner today, but this is where you would find that information. So my card is 6x6, so I'm going to put these sliders at 6 so you can verify over here. We have 6, 6, and then I'm going to put the padding at 1/8. I found that this is more than enough, even if I have a thick card, but you can adjust that as necessary. So then you come up here and you're just going to check your work. So I have a 6x6, and then my paper size is 9 3/4. My start number is 40, and if I was making a liner, it would be 4 5/8. So now that we have that information, we can build the envelope.
All right, now that we have all the measurements that we need, we can go ahead and get going on this envelope. Let me move the card out of the way. So this is the We Are Makers envelope punch-up board. It's very easy to use. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm going to be using this rainbow pearl paper from Paper Accents. It's very sturdy paper, so I really like that. Plus it's got a sheen to it, so it kind of adds to the birthday party celebration here. We are not making a liner today. If you would like to see how a liner is made, I do have other videos for that. I will link over to one of my A2 envelope videos, which does have that on there. So I have cut the paper to 9 3/4 square, and our start line is at 40. So what you want to do is you take out the scoring tool. So the big things to remember on this one is always keep your paper along the top edge, and then right next to this plastic is the score track, and then right next to that is a red line. So all of those things are going to be important as we go. You can slide your paper right under here, but if you're having a hard time, you just hit this tab and it'll lift it off there. And again, see where this notch is right here? Straight down from that is the scoring track. So we'll take that out. So our start line is 40. So that is right here. So I'm going to put the paper in, and I usually like to go past and then back up. So we are going to line this up with the 40 line here. Then we're going to punch, and then we are going to score. And then you turn it counterclockwise, and then this vertical piece here that got cut by the notch thing, you are going to line up with the red line. So you're going to make sure it's tight against the top here, and you just want that to line up there, and then punch and score. And we're going to turn again. So now this line here is going to be what lines up with the red line on here. Okay, punch, score, and then one more turn. And I'm just lining lining that up with the red line, punch, and score. And then there is a corner rounder here. Just gonna put that in there. It's very pointy. I don't think it likes Alright, so we're just gonna go in there and go around. Okay. And then, so you don't lose it, put your tool back in there, and then we're all done with the punch-up board. Alright, so let's get building this envelope. Alright, so for the bottom flaps, I like to use the 3/8 tape, and then for the top flap, I like to use the 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna go ahead, and we need to first burnish all of the score lines. You just fold them in and use your bone folder. Okay. And then one thing I like to do before I go any further is I just like to make sure that the card actually does fit, which is always very important. So we are good to go with that. All right. So when you make a square envelope, the flaps are all going to kind of sit on top of each other. Whereas if this was a rectangle one, the flaps would not come to the middle. So you just, it isn't a big deal. You just have to kind of do things a little bit differently. So what I like to do is, so I'm going to put the adhesive on, and you can see under here this line, and I like to fold up the bottom flap and then put the side flap over it. So you, underneath, this is where the line is, where the edge is. So you need to put adhesive on this middle part here. So you don't glue your envelope together. Okay. And then coming over to this side, same thing. Underneath, I can see it's right here, so I need to put that in between. And with a rectangle one, I usually can just peel off both tapes and then fold up the bottom, and you're good to go. With a square, you will want to do one flap at a time, and I'll show you why. So we're going to do the one side, and then we're going to fold the other one over, because that's going to stick there. Okay, and then you can take the other tape off and fold up the bottom. Okay, and once you have that set, I like to just go back around again. Varnish that down. So then on the top, I'm just grabbing my 1/4 inch and I just go along the edge. And then I like to cut a little piece and put it right here just to keep it extra secure there. Okay. All right, so our envelope is complete. Let's get our card in here and make sure we are good to go. And we are. Okay. And then since this is a shaker card, I'm going to make a very loud mess with all of my 2 square rulers. No, I have this postage measurer. If you want to send this as a letter, you need to make sure that it's less than 1/4 of an inch. So this little thing is how you can measure how thick it is. Unfortunately, the opening here is like a smidgy smaller, but it did fit in there. So I know that I can send it as a letter. So that is good, but because it is a square, you do need to use the non-machinable postage, which is the one with the butterfly on it. And this, if this was a rectangle, I still would need to use that non-machinable because this is not bending one bit. And if you need more information about what stamps to use and what postage, like how to calculate the postage and all of that, I'll link over to that video to give you that information, because it's been a lot of years of trial and error and talking to the post office and all of that. So I do have that information available for you. All right. So here we have our square envelope for this beautiful, fun 16th birthday card. And if you like this project, I have another one coming up, and I'll put that on the end screen for you. And I will also link over to my punch board playlist, where I have a whole bunch of different punch boards and all different kinds of sizes of envelopes. So if you need any help with any of those kind of things, that will be there for you. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and until next time, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye.